and the voices of those most impacted, those most interested, those who have the most to gain or lose aren't included in the conversation. So I don't think there's any more important conversation that can be had in the district right now than the one that's taking place this evening. There's no more important conversation, and I don't think there's any better place to have it than in the community, where the people live, where the people aren't just and shouldn't just be the recipients of our justice services, but the co-owners of it, informing it, shaping it, right, driving it. That's what government is all about. That's what it's supposed to be. We are representatives, but we're facilitators. And so at DYRS, we're charged with responsibility for working with court-involved young people, those at YSC, those who get committed to our care, and we work with them in various ways. But our philosophy, our belief, and our practice is that it's a partnership, that we are not, nor should we be, the ones with all the answers. We know we don't have them all. In fact, we believe the contrary, that the answer is in the community. So it's our job to facilitate a process whereby parents, neighbors, people from the community are part of the conversation. And so with regards to the topic or the topics tonight, there's, as I said, nothing more important than for us to grapple with and to continue to define what kind of system do we want for our community? What kind of system do we want, justice system, do we want for our young people? What's our approach? Are we serious about rehabilitation? Are we serious about building strength? Are we serious about building capacity? And if so, which I believe we are, then what will that look like? At DYRS, we've often said, and we continue to say that, and raise the question of what does love look like in the justice system. Martin Luther King said that justice itself, in reality, is a public act of love. That true justice, true fairness, really is an act of love in the public sector. So if justice, true justice, is an act of love, well, what does that look like? Beyond just a nice word or a sentiment. If we love our community, if we love public safety, if we love our children and our young people who fall into the system, then how should we treat them? How can we engage them? How can we strengthen them? How can we teach them? How can we build their strength so they can move away from whatever destructive, self-destructive, or community-destructive behavior they were engaged in, so that they can become the leaders that they were born to be, so they can reach the God-given potential that Mr. Kim was talking about. If our system isn't doing that, then our system is failing. So the questions that are going to be raised, that have been raised, are critical ones, and they're ones that we can't sit back and allow others to define. We have to be part of defining that question. So I just want to thank Mo and thank really all of you who are here in this audience tonight, because this is not a lecture, right? This is not a speech. This is a conversation. And so your experience and your insight are critical to driving the conversation and continuing to bring peace to our communities. You know, unfortunately, often issues around the horrible tragedies that take place, the violence that takes place, right, the things that impact our lives and impact our communities, too often they get turned into political footballs, right? And then you have arguments about who's tough on crime, who's soft on crime. It's not about tough or soft, it's about being smart. What works? What's effective? What does the history and the research and the practice show us? How do you engage people who have gotten into serious trouble? What is the road back to redemption? How can they be made whole? How can victims be made whole? These are the questions that we have to ask. And we have to do that as a village. And that's what this conversation is all about. That's why I'm so grateful and thankful that this has been brought together, and so encouraged that the folks who are here tonight to continue this conversation. So I just wanted to say on behalf of DYRS, and as a representative of the district government, that that's our commitment. Our commitment is to be part of this conversation, to listen, to contribute, and to walk together to build a safe community that we all want. And nobody wants more than we do. The people in the community are the ones who have the most to gain from this community, and so therefore your voices are the most important. So again, thank you. Much respect to everybody, and it's been a pleasure to spend some time with you, and I'm looking forward to working with you in the future. DYRS, we are working with our young people in the community. We believe that the solution to our young people's issues aren't just in our offices, aren't in our facilities, they're in the community. And so we're coming to the community. We have an initiative called Credible Messenger Initiative, where the credible messengers are people from the community. And we're partnering with people from the community to engage our young people and engage our families. Because we know that in those relationships, the people from the neighborhoods have the right, have the intelligence, have the ability to engage young people like nobody else. And we want to invest in that. And that's what it's all about. So again, thank you, and I wish everybody the best as we move forward in this conversation.